Hello down here and welcome to another top 5 video. Sometimes we all need to let out our emotions with a good cry, so these 5 anime be a good option if you need to let it out. And to make this a bit easier for me, I'm not going to include any anime movies, examples being like Your Name, Wolf Children, and the Rascal Does Not Dream movie. However, I will include some others as honorary mentions. Also, possible spoiler alert for some of these, obviously. Can't get to the meat of the bone with that without a bit of spoiling. The honorable mentions: Angel Beats, Anohana the Flower We Saw That Day, Assassination Classroom, Bloom Into You, Elfen Lied, Lucy's Dog Moment, My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu, Season 3 got to be bad, Rascal Does Not Dream of Buniko Senpai, and Clanad After Story. Sorry, please don't hurt me. I have my reasons for not putting it in the top 5. I have my reasons. On to the actual top 5. Number 5, Plastic Memories. A nice summary for it. After failing his college entrance exams, 18-year-old Tsukasa Mizugaki is offered a position at the renowned Sai Corporation due to his father's connections. Sai Corporation is known for its production and management of androids that possessed human emotions called Giftia. Tsukasa's position is in the terminal service department, where the main job is to recover Giftias that are close to their expiration. A graveyard department in every sense. To make matters worse, Tsukasa is ordered to work with Isla, a female Giftia who is never given any responsibility other than serving tea to coworkers. The obvious thing for here, Android Girl learns how to feel only to end up losing her memories in the end. It is literally set up to make you cry by the end. On to number 4. Number 4 is Toradora. Summary for those that have never watched Toradora, which I don't know why you wouldn't have. Ryuji Takasu has an eventful life. His classmates think he's a delinquent due to his killer eyes. His crush Minori seems ever out of reach, and he's just had an unfortunate encounter with palm-sized Taiga, a feisty and dainty wench in his class. With different cleaning habits and tempers, the two clash like night and day. That is, except for the fact that Taiga and Ryuji have crushes on the other's good friend. With school rumors abounding, the duo must now work together to play matchmaker for each other, who will end up with their true love. The emotions that are brought out by the end by both of these protagonists here are just enough to get you crying along with them. On to number 3. Number 3 is Your Lie in April. Somewhere for those who have never watched it. Kosei Arima was a genius pianist until his mother's sudden death took away his ability to play. Each day was dull for Kosei, but then he meets a violinist named Kaori Miyazono, who has an eccentric playing style. His monotonous life was about to change forever. Okay, this is where this kind of, not really spoiler because it's kind of seen throughout the whole thing, but cancer. What is there more you need? How about the girl who is keeping her cancer a secret helps get a young pianist boy out of a depression from his mother's death that left him unable to play ever again. How about now? You sad yet? On to number 2. Number 2 is Violet Evergarden. Summary for those who have never seen it, and I don't know why you wouldn't have. It's a very incredible anime. As a child, Violet was used by the military as a weapon because of her combat prowess. Her one friend and protector was Major Gilbert, who named the girl, taught her how to speak and write, and cared for her. But after being seriously injured in the war, losing both arms in the process, Violet is brought to the Evergarden household to recuperate. There she trains to become an auto-memory spell, a person who writes letters for others, deciphering their true feelings and expressing it on paper. As Violet travels the world, she helps her clients find love and comfort through the letters she writes. But more importantly, she slowly begins to understand emotions so that she can finally cope with what she's done and what she's lost. What can I say? This was originally number 1 until I watched an anime on New Year's Eve that made me burst. But this spot here is going to be for Violet. Imagine being used as a military weapon, trying to figure out what love is and to discover, spoilers, the guy that told you that they loved you might actually be alive. Combine that with the beautiful art style and animation, along with the incredible music, and you have yourself a perfect tearjerker, despite it not being number 1. Speaking of which, on to number 1. My number 1 anime that will make you cry. Made in Abyss. And a summary for those that have not watched it. Young Riko has spent her entire childhood dreaming of exploring the Abyss, an enormous pit and series of caves filled with wonders and terrors that only the staunchest cave raiders have survived to bring back ancient artifacts from its depths. No one knows just how deep the pit is, but Riko's own mother disappeared into it years ago, leaving her daughter behind with a powerful urge to follow her and learn the Abyss's true Abyss's mysteries for herself. One day, Riko discovers a boy who seems to have originated from the Abyss and appears to be a sort of robot. Can he aid the little girl in her quest to find her missing mother, or will the children become the Abyss's next victims? This was literally the most recent anime to make me truly cry. Episode 13 made me fucking lose it with Nanachi and Midi's backstory and what happens with Midi. I just got so emotional watching it that I had to literally pause it multiple times just to let my emotions out. And that's kind of why I put Made in Abyss at number 1. Also, I feel this anime is criminally underrated. Go watch it. Go watch it. It's really, really, really good. Well, if you include the honorable mentions, then you now have a hell of a lot of anime that will make you cry your eyes out. This list was honestly harder to organize for me because I felt bad putting some over others. If I could, I'd put most of them at like number 1 or number 2. Sadly, that would kind of ruin the whole point of a top 5 video. Anyway, hit subscribe if you're new. Hit that bell to be notified of new videos, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.